What happens to the soul of someone who takes their own life? Not in a judgmental way, but in a way that aches with love and fear and pain. You lost someone, or maybe you're that someone, barely holding on. And the church said they go to hell. The world said they were weak, but your heart whispers they were hurting. So where do they really go? Today, I want to share something that the world rarely speaks of with compassion. Not from a doctrine, not from fear, but from the eyes of a soul who has walked through darkness and come back with light. This isn't a sermon, it's a conversation between us, and I pray you stay till the end, because what you're about to hear might change everything. In society, suicide is either whispered in shame or screamed in pain, but it is rarely understood. The truth? People don't take their own life because they want to die. They take it because they don't know how to live with the pain anymore. What happens after that moment, when the soul leaves the body, is what we all secretly wonder. Does God abandon them? Do they vanish into darkness? Are they punished for not surviving? We've been told stories, some filled with fire and brimstone. But today, I want to invite you into a different kind of story, one filled with truth, tears, and perhaps hope. Let me ask you something. Would a loving God turn away from his most broken child? When a child falls and scrapes their knee, does the mother scream in anger? No. She runs, she holds, she weeps with them. So why do we think God, who is the essence of love itself, would turn his face away from a soul crying out in despair? Do you remember Jesus on the cross? In his deepest pain, he cried, "My God, why have you forsaken me?" That cry is the cry of every suicidal soul. And I believe, just as the Father never left his Son, he does not leave them either. In many near-death experiences, people who've attempted suicide and come back report something extraordinary. Not punishment, not fire, but light. A light that meets them with understanding. A presence that doesn't yell, but says softly, "I know you were in pain. I was with you in every tear you cried." Yes, the soul may feel sorrow when it sees the full picture, the pain left behind, the love it couldn't receive. But it is not cast out. God is not in the business of discarding the wounded. He gathers them, and maybe, just maybe, those who felt most lost here are the ones he holds closest there. Some ancient spiritual teachings say this: a soul who dies by suicide does not go to hell, but instead enters a healing space, a spiritual hospital. Imagine a place not of flames, but of restoration, where broken spirits are tended to by angels, where sorrow is acknowledged, where they are gently shown their life, not with judgment, but with divine understanding. These souls may take longer to transition, not because they're cursed, but because God is patient, because healing takes time, even in eternity. I once met a woman who lost her son to suicide. Every night she lit a candle and whispered his name, wondering if he was in torment. And then one day, she had a dream. He stood in a garden, smiling, not broken, not hurting. He said, "Mom, tell them I'm okay. Tell them I'm finally okay." That dream was no coincidence. It was a message for her, for me, for you. They are not lost. They are not forgotten. They are not in hell. If you are here, watching this, and your heart feels heavy, if you've ever thought, maybe the world would be better without me, let me tell you something the darkness doesn't want you to hear. You matter, even when you feel invisible, even when the pain screams louder than your hope. This world is not better without you. It's incomplete without you. And God, He sees you in the moments no one else does. He's not mad at you. He's sitting beside you, holding your soul, whispering, "Please stay. there's more to your story. You see, Jesus didn't just come to save the perfect. He came for the broken, the crushed, the wounded. He felt abandonment. He wept. He was rejected. He understands depression more than we give him credit for. So when someone dies by suicide, I believe he meets them not with wrath, but with tears, and says, "I know it was hard. Rest now. Let me carry what you couldn't." This is not to glorify suicide, but to remind the living that even when someone makes that final choice, God does not shut the door on them. He opens his arms. If you lost someone to suicide, may this video bring you comfort. And if you're struggling, may this be your sign to keep going. You are not alone. You are deeply, wildly, eternally loved. This is Jesus. Divine blessings. If this touched your heart, subscribe, stay with us, because here we speak not just of religion, but of the deepest truths the soul longs to hear. Share this with someone who needs it, and in the comments, type Amen if you believe no soul is ever truly abandoned by God. Stay blessed. You are not forgotten.